Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk through exactly how I price office cleaning contracts. Whether you're starting your own cleaning business or just curious how the pricing works behind the scenes. So this video will break it all down from hourly rates to travel costs, materials, and frequency. I'll share my method that works for me and has kept my clients happy and my business profitable, right? It's a bit weird having this DJI here, but let's start with the basics. My standard hourly rate for most office cleaning jobs, I charge between $30 to $35 an hour. That's the base rate I use when quoting a new job. Now, that rate can vary slightly depending on a few things, like the size of the office, the complexity of the cleaning required, and the location. But $30 to $35 is my go-to range for general office cleaning. Another important point, frequency affects the rate. Now let's talk about frequency because how often you clean makes a big difference in how I price a job. If a client wants cleaning once a week, I usually charge more, usually around $40 an hour. Why, you ask? Because one-off or low frequency cleans often require more effort. You're dealing with more build-up and the results need to be noticeable right away. You're not maintaining, you're restoring. But if a client wants cleaning 5 days a week, that's regular, ongoing work, I usually charge the lower end of my rate, around $30 an hour. It's consistent income, it builds a routine, and the cleaning is easier because the space stays in a good condition. So it's a win-win. Good. Next, travel, time, and transport costs. One of the most overlooked costs in this business, getting to the client. Most office cleaning happens in the evenings, right? And public transport isn't always reliable during those hours, especially in areas that are a bit out of the way. So I always factor in travel. If I'm driving to the client's office, I charge 30 cents per mile, both ways. That means if it's a 10-mile drive each way, that's $6 extra for that visit. Over a week or a month, that adds up, you know. Now, if I'm doing the cleaning myself, I keep that mileage to cover fuel, wear and tear, and time. If I've got staff doing the job, I use that to offset the cost of the company vehicle, or I give them a transport allowance if they're using public transport. Bottom line is, don't forget to include this in your pricing. It is a real cost. Next up, we have the cleaning materials. Some companies will supply all the cleaning materials themselves, great. But if they don't, I include a separate charge for that. I usually estimate the materials based on the size of the space and how often we are cleaning. I don't inflate it, but I make sure it's fair. This can be either a flat monthly fee or per cleaning fee, depending on the client's preference. Now let's talk about estimating how long a job will take. I never give a hard fixed number of hours right away. Instead, I'll say something like this. Hey, it looks like this will take somewhere between 3 to 4 hours each time, but we'll need to see after the first few cleans how accurate that is. The reason is simple. Every office is different. Some look small but take longer because of clutter or detailed cleaning needs. Others are larger but open plan and quick to clean. So after the first couple of cleans, I'll know if we're closer to 3 hours or closer to 4 hours. And I'll adjust the quote accordingly if needed. But I always start with a range. Good. Once I've got the hourly rate, frequency of the clean, travel costs and materials figured out, I send everything to the client in a clear breakdown. Something like this. We're looking at 4 hours per visit, 3 times a week at $30 an hour, plus $6 for travel each time, and $20 a month for materials. Once the client agrees to this, we confirm the numbers of hours per week, lock in the schedule and get started. Clarity is everything here. Clients appreciate when you walk them through the costs. It builds a little bit of a trust and you avoid surprises later. So that's how I price my office cleaning contracts. It's not just about throwing out a number, guys. It's about looking at the full picture. Hourly rate, frequency of cleaning, travel time and costs, cleaning materials, estimating time per visit, and confirming everything before you start. I think that's about it. So if you're just getting started in this business, I hope this helped you understand how to price smartly and confidently. If you've got any questions or want me to break down an actual quote example, drop a comment below. I read and reply to everyone for the moment, I hope it continues. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell notification. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.